everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Megan. Thanks so much for watching. And today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on where we are with our TTC journey. So I think the last video I posted was a really early live pregnancy test at like 9 or 10 DPO, and it was negative. And after that, on 11 DPO, I started spotting like I normally would, which was really disappointing. I was on progesterone this last cycle that I started on cycle day 14, I believe, and I was really hoping that at a minimum I wouldn't have any spotting being on the progesterone until Shark Week showed up, if it was going to show up, and that just wasn't the case. So if you guys don't follow me on my Instagram, I'm going to put it right across the screen. Make sure you're following me there, because sometimes I don't feel up to filming, or I'm working or doing something else to where I don't have time to film that week. So I typically post updates on if it is Shark Week or cycle day 1 or funny TTC memes when I'm really frustrated on that Instagram. So I would say, if anything, it's a little bit more up to date than what I'm able to post on my YouTube channel. So just make sure you go follow me so that you don't miss anything as far as if Shark Week has shown up or not. But anyways, 11 DPO, I started spotting, and at that point I kind of knew in my heart that I was out for this cycle. And I kind of lost it. Like, I could not stop crying when I was trying to go to bed. It was terrible. I was just extremely disappointed. But anyways, cycle day 14, Shark Week showed up, and so we are in a completely new cycle. So I had this like weird gut feeling that my husband should take one of those sperm check fertility tests that just, it looks at sperm count to whether it's normal, which is above 20 million sperm per milliliter, or if it's low. So if it's, I guess if it's less than the 20 million, it is a negative test. And if it's more than that, I guess it shows up kind of like a pregnancy test would, where it can be like a little bit fainter and then it can be darker depending just on the concentration. So on this past Wednesday, he took that test and we were kind of shocked. I really thought that he would just take this test, it would be a obvious positive, and I could just move on and not be worried about anything. But that's not what happened at all. So I'll post a picture of what the test looked like, and it had the faintest of faint lines. Like, if you turn your head sideways and squint a little bit, you can see a faint line. So not a super obvious positive. And because of that, we just were unsure of what to do next. I talked a decent amount with some of the ladies in my Unicorn TTC group on Facebook, and I was kind of given like a little bit of hope, because some of them have had their husbands take the test and it was a faint positive, and then they did a full sperm analysis and it was completely fine. But we are not at a point where we feel like we should go to a specialist yet. So what we decided to do, instead of just going right to a specialist for a full analysis, just because that's kind of expensive, our insurance doesn't cover that kind of thing. So we would have to, one, pay out of pocket for a specialist, and then we would also probably have to pay out of pocket for the actual analysis. So that'll probably run us about like $500-ish, and we're just not ready to make that monetary commitment at this point. And it's not like we're that far away from seeing a specialist anyways. We have 4 cycles left to try before my doctor said that we should give him a call. And this is my surgeon, so he's not a regular OB, I guess, but he told me that when or if we're not pregnant in 6 cycles, that we should give him a call. So that is kind of what our plan is. So we're gonna go through this next 4 cycles and just kind of see what happens. But in the meantime, I did a little bit of research, and Fairhaven Health has some really good supplements for men that is shown to boost their sperm count and boost their motile sperm and all of that stuff. And there's actually some, I looked at reviews on Amazon, and people have shown their sperm analysis results from before they started taking the supplements to after, and there's typically a huge improvement in the count and usually in like the motility and all of that. So I wish this was a sponsored video, but it is not. And we ended up buying these supplements with our own money, obviously, from Amazon. It came in a 3-pack, and you kind of get their whole range for men. So I'm going to show you guys those supplements right now. The first one is Fertile Aid for Men. And this one says that in a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, it was shown to increase the total number of motile sperm, which obviously that is kind of what we're shooting for. The other one that my husband's going to be taking is this one. It is Motility Boost for Men. And then the last one that he's going to be taking is this Count Boost for Men. And basically it's a whole bunch of different vitamins and herbs and that kind of thing. Like this one has maca in it and some other different root extracts. So we're going to be trying these 3 supplements and just kind of see if that gets us anywhere. So with all that being said, I have kind of changed my expectations a little bit. Like last cycle, I was really like gung-ho, like it is going to work this month. And then I was pretty much like a little bit more optimistic this month that, oh, it's going to be our 3rd month trying and it's going to work this month until that test. And since then, I am expecting it not to work, and I'm expecting Shark Week to show up instead of praying and hoping and almost expecting that it's not going to show up. So anyways, guys, that's kind of where we are for this cycle. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And make sure you're following me on Instagram as well so that you can have like the most up-to-date information. And I will see you guys in the next